For a long time, I thought there's something very odd going on with Mr. Beast, the most popular YouTuber in the world, in a very creepy way. And now, in light of some recent revelations that we'll get into in this video, I firmly believe what you don't know about Mr. Beast will hurt your kids. We'll break it all down, but first, here's Mike Benz getting fired up about it.
The head of USAID for Barack Obama, who completely friggin' just like bastardized USAID, which was already a bastard child, bastardized it beyond all belief. The head of it, that asshole, is now partnered. If any of you have kids and you're watching Mr. Beast videos, get them the f out.
Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. Now, there have been some huge revelations for those of us who don't just drink in the mainstream narrative. It's like, yeah, okay, that's what I think about that. About Mr. Beast. He's recently, as you can tell from the headline, Mr. Beast has recently partnered with the Rockefeller Foundation, whose president was the USAID appointed, like the head of the USAID appointed by Obama, used to work for the Gates Foundation. And we'll break down how that's all relevant, get to some actual substance. But all that really means is Mr. Beast is very obviously partnered with what you and I might consider extremely dark, sinister forces. Now, before we get into the actual substance with these recent revelations with his Rockefeller, they're good people, his Rockefeller partnership, I mentioned at the top of this video, something has always felt off to me about Mr. Beast. Very odd, like in a creepy way, like there's something going on behind the scenes. And I firmly believe it, that this recent revelation just has me more firmly in that belief. Now, call me Candace Owens. I don't have proof of that. It's just, that's what my perception tells me. I'll break that down for you first. And it basically starts with this hypothesis. Why the hell is Mr. Beast so popular? How in the world does he have 453 million subscribers on his one YouTube channel? How does he get over 100 million views on virtually every video? If you look at his most popular videos, 888 million views. I mean, it's just, there is something that is off about this. And I get it, like his videos aren't for my taste. It feels off beyond that. Just from as objective point of view as I can be, his content isn't that good. He's not that good. He's great, whatever, better at doing YouTube than me. I'm not saying he's like not that good compared to me. I'm saying he's not 453 million subscribers good. He's not 100 million views on every single video good. So what feels off to me is it's like, well, to me, it really seems like he's being propped up. Like there's a machine behind him that he may or may not even know about. Let me give you a comparison here just to prove my perceptual point. I'm not saying this, I'm proving this true. I'm saying I'm proving this is why I think that. Many would consider Joe Rogan the most popular voice in the world. And like kind of objectively as the #1 podcast. He's very relevant. So if you take a look at Joe Rogan's YouTube channel, he has 20 million subscribers. Mr. Beast has 453 million subscribers. So just doing a little math on that, that means Mr. Beast has 22.65 times more followers than Joe Rogan. That does not seem organic to me. Now, does it seem organic to you that a guy who has kind of ADD content, like, yeah, it's wild and crazy, weird stuff, but not that interesting, not that valuable, just attention-grabbing stuff. And let's even just say, even though it's not valuable or it's not good substance, let's just say he's the best at having attention-grabbing content. Does it seem organic that he would be 22.65 times more popular than the most popular voice on the planet, Joe Rogan. And take a look at this. Mr. Beast's latest video, published 10 days ago, has 66 million views on that. Now, if you look at Joe Rogan's single most popular video of all time, 6 years ago, so he's had 6 years to accumulate views, Joe Rogan's most popular video is 65 million views. Compared to Mr. Beast's just most recent video, the views are still climbing, still has more views than the most popular voice on the planet's most popular video. And in fact, let's just let the sniff test experiment continue, because my hypothesis right now, before I get to the substance and show you the actual Mr. Beast partnership with the Rockefeller Foundation and what their history is, let's let the sniff test thought experiment continue. If you look at Joe Rogan's recent videos, find one that's comparable to 10 days ago. So we'll give Uncle Joe Rogan the benefit of the doubt and look at, okay, he posted this video 11 days ago. So it's had even one more day than Mr. Beast's most recent video of 10 days ago. Joe Rogan's video is at 1.5 million views. Mr. Beast is 66 million views. Let me do some math on that. Okay, 44 times more views. Does that pass the sniff test that Mr. Beast's growth in viewership is just organic? It does not pass that to me. It is very obvious at the very least, and I think it maybe goes deeper, at the very least, YouTube's algorithm, it just shows Mr. Beast to everybody. You want to watch Mr. Beast? Here's Mr. Beast. Here's Mr. Beast. Now, that might not be organic and all earned. It's like, cool, you have one of the most powerful companies in the world wanting everybody to see you. Then the question has risen, why do they want everybody to see Mr. Beast? Now, the recent revelations with the Rockefeller and Mr. Beast partnering up does make me more suspicious than, well, it's just YouTube literally force feeding him to people in their algorithms, because it's proven people will watch Mr. Beast. YouTube wants views because they make money. Mr. Beast makes money. Everybody wins. Well, now I'm a little more suspicious. Do you remember the old thing, the Twitter files, where it was proven Biden administration and whoever was running them, so let's just say dark forces, were communicating and directing social media companies on who to censor, Joe Rogan being one of them, and who to promote. Mr. Beast could have been one of them. And again, we're just speculating here. We're not making accusations. We're just speculating, like, all right, why would dark forces want a major corporation like YouTube to promote Mr. Beast? Well, we might have that answer. It's because those dark forces want to use Mr. Beast and his influence to better meet their dark agenda. And we'll move on, by the way. And if, like, whatever, Mr. Beast being 44 times more popular just out of organicness, nothing propped up, nothing artificial, nothing dark behind it, 44 times more popular than Joe Rogan. If you say, JP, that passes my sniff test, good on you. Doesn't pass mine. But we're moving on. So with something that Mike Benz recently revealed, Mr. Beast has partnered with the Rockefeller Foundation. For what? Philanthropy. Well, philanthropy, that's a good thing, right, JP? Well, sometimes it is, yeah. Some folks, like the Gates Foundation, well, the Rockefeller Foundation, Soros, they have a track record of maybe doing really bad things, but calling it philanthropy, so it's framed in a really good light. So people who don't like to think more than one-dimensionally, or actually think at all, can think they're doing good. Now, we'll watch this stupid video in a second, but first, this guy in the video, he is the president of the Rockefeller Foundation. His name is Dr. Rajiv J. Shaw. Now, him being the president of the Rockefeller Foundation is relevant. One, because it's the Rockefeller Foundation. Two, because of his track record. Keep in mind, we're looking to consider what kind of dark forces might be there when we're told, this is good. This is philanthropy. Look at Mr. Beast. He's great. We're going to use his influence to be very philanthropic, everybody. It's a hard word to say. Let's take a look at his history. Well, started with the Gates Foundation. Awesome. Then the Obama administration. Our charge is coming, Obama. We shall see. And then with USAID, and then to, well, the Rockefeller Foundation. That's quite a resume, Dr. Shaw. For starters, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What's your opinion of them? Very philanthropic or dark? Just framing things as philanthropic, but that is really dark what you guys are doing. So he goes from the Gates Foundation and into the Obama administration. He was appointed not just into the Obama administration, but to be the head of USAID. Ladies and gentlemen, the head of USAID, which was made popular when Elon was in his heyday with Doge and uncovering how USAID is about as much corruption as you could possibly find. How it was essentially a shell game, whereas a money laundering for, hey, this is national interest. It's like, no, this is like a shadow government running things, not just in the US, but it's a money, like, cool, tax money. Here, shadow government, do what you want. Yeah, we got the shell game. This is what we're going to tell people. But the shadow government just doing kind of global domination stuff. So after this time, not just like being like a water boy at USAID, but the head of USAID. Then he goes to work for the Rockefeller Foundation as the president. So long story short, that is this guy here with Mr. Beast. We'll see them announcing their partnership in just a second. But first, you might be saying, JP, maybe the Gates Foundation, the whole USAID thing, I can maybe get on board with that. But the Rockefeller Foundation, you don't understand. They are great. You might be right. And we'll see some speculations about the Rockefellers in just a second. But first, let's pay a visit to the Rockefeller Foundation, who Mr. Beast is now very in bed with. Let's just pay a visit to their website. And now, I like this. This is, whoever writes for the Rockefeller Foundation also does the writing for the World Economic Forum website. Here's a bunch of words, you read them, and you're like, it feels good to read, but it actually means nothing. This is gobbledygook. What do you guys actually do? We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first I want to tell you about something in my health practice that I absolutely never miss, and that's taking my grass-fed beef liver by Ancestral Supplements every single day. Why? Because having a slow metabolism, low energy, and mental fog are my primary enemies in life. Beef liver is considered nature's multivitamin for a reason. It gives you most of the daily vitamins and minerals that you need, like vitamin A, B12, K, and iron. And because it comes in the form of real food, beef liver, your body can absorb 85% more of that nutrition than if it came from some synthetic pill. And personally, I've known about the immense value of beef liver for a long time, but my problem was I didn't like eating liver. Didn't like the taste of it. Plus, it's a pain in the butt to cook liver. However, Ancestral Supplements solved that problem for me with their grass-fed beef liver. Now I quickly and easily get all the benefits of nature's multivitamin without the hassle of cooking or, quite frankly, the taste. I love the grass-fed beef liver because it keeps my metabolism fast, energy high, mind sharp, and my cravings for crap low. If you want to conquer low energy, bring grass-fed beef liver into your life. Go to ancestralsupplements.com/JPReacts, and for 15% off, use discount code JPReacts. Now back to the video. We are a philanthropic foundation that promotes the well-being of humanity by finding and scaling solutions, nice, that advance opportunity and reverse the climate crisis. So they find and scale solutions. Great. Could you be less specific? You're really getting into the weeds there. But they finding and scaling solutions that advance opportunity, also very specific, and reverse the climate crisis. I like that. Like, that is a huge part of their mission. We got to reverse the climate crisis, which, by the way, you're still censored if you call BS on that. Me, the natural cycles of the earth and the weather is, it's natural. You get censored. And that's not a sign of a psyop if you are censored from talking, about an opposite point of view of an agenda, is it? Is it? Well, it is a sign of a psyop, but I'm sure this isn't. Now, what have the Rockefellers allegedly done throughout, over 100-year history that's potentially a little nefarious? Well, we're going to go through a list of 10 of them, and I can't stress enough, these aren't necessarily facts. And I'm guessing, just good luck getting actual facts and truth about Rockefellers, because they're not really lining up to give you the documents. So these are speculations about the Rockefellers. And honestly, to be truthful, I don't want to come across like, this is all super true. I was like, no, this is speculations. Some of it actually is very true, but nonetheless, speculation on the top 10 devious things Rockefellers are believed to be involved in. Claim the family controls the Federal Reserve, World Bank, global finance, why it spreads. Rockefeller wealth came from banking, oil. So anyway, they're financial elites. That's kind of okay. The Rockefeller-Rothschild Global Government Alliance claim the family works with the Rothschilds, also a stellar reputation, in a multi-generational plot for a one-world government. I got my strong suspicions about that, just so you know. Number 3, control of big pharma and modern medicine. This is pretty damn solid based on other research I've done. Claim John D. Rockefeller helped shift American medicine toward pharmaceuticals and away from natural remedies in order to profit. The Rockefellers, ladies and gentlemen, are allegedly, I believe it to be true, responsible for, in America, shifting from a healthcare system to a disease management system. Are those cures? Cool. We're killing you, banning that, whatever. But we now have ways to treat symptoms of disease. Will that make the disease go away? Nope. It will treat the symptoms of disease. Allegedly. Seems to be true to me. Revamp the entire medical system. They're the ones responsible for how screwed up it is today and why America has such disease. By the way, is that kind of profitable? You do the math. Number 4, population reduction / depopulation agenda. Claim the Rockefeller Foundation's work in public health and family planning is really a cover for reducing global population. Family planning. Yeah, it's birth control and abortions. Planned Parenthood kind of thing. Number 5, influence over the UN and world governments. Isn't that funny? These guys allegedly are the ones not trying to be the world government, but they're trying to control the world government. They're like, what's up, globalists? Who you answer to? Claim the family used land and money to influence the creation of the United Nations as a step toward global control. Need I remind you, as we're looking at speculations, this is the group that Mr. Beast, the most organically popular human in the world, somehow, even though there's nothing connective about him, he fake smiles. This is who Mr. Beast is in bed with. And by the way, as we go along, by the end of the video, I'll share with you, do I think Mr. Beast is knowingly on board with all this, or is he being used like a useful idiot? I have my speculations there. Number 6, control of the food supply. Gosh, these guys like control. Claim through the Rockefeller Foundation's role in agriculture, we'll call it the Green Revolution, the family is creating global dependence on patented seeds, GMOs, and industrial agriculture. They have ties to Monsanto. So yeah, Yeah. Number 7, secret steering of U.S. foreign policy. Weird how the president of the Rockefeller Foundation was running USAID. No correlations here. Whatever. Claim the Rockefellers used the CFR, foreign relations, trilateral commission, and personal connections to influence wars, coups, and U.S. interventions for profit. Number 8, involvement in shadow government or deep state. Yeah, I'm on board. Claim the family is part of a long-term elite network that actually runs governments behind the scenes, often tied to Bilderberg meetings, CFR, trilateral commissions. The narrative is they aren't just rich, they're steering geopolitics. 9, funding social engineering through education. Claim Rockefeller money helped shape the U.S. education system to create compliant workers rather than independent thinkers. That's the thing where long ago it said like they created school systems to train kids to be obedient factory workers. Like, cool, now you're a slave to the system. So these guys engineered the school system, engineered the medical system, are engineering the food system, not to mention engineering geopolitics, engineering population control. That's interesting. Number 10, influence in acclimation and global health policy. Claim Rockefeller-backed global health programs are part of a larger agenda to track, control, or weaken populations. All right, so that is some speculation on what the Rockefellers actually do with their well-intended philanthropy. So here is the announcement with Rockefeller president, former Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation dude, former head of USAID under Obama, Dr. Shaw, announcing the new partnership with Mr. Beast. Kids, we're going to influence you, but you're just a bunch of old idiots. Yeah, but you listen to him, don't you? Mr. Beast, say what we told you to say. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Rod Shaw, president of Rockefeller Foundation.
Hi.
I'm here today with Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast. How's it going?
It's good.
We are together, the Rockefeller Foundation and Mr. Beast, launching a great new partnership together.
That's great.
Yes. We're going to try to inspire the youth all around the world, change lots of lives. Nice. Lots of big projects coming up. We'll tell you more about it in the future, but I'm honored to be working with the Rockefeller Foundation and let's change the world.
Yeah.
And we're excited to work with Jimmy and his awesome team. They are already helping kids in Africa and around the planet. We're going to take that to the next level together, and we couldn't be more excited. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, guys. It's my pleasure. I can't wait for the partnership and for you to deliver on all those specifics. Now, before we close, here's the question. If we just, work in a world where we say, the Rockefeller agenda, it's got a lot of darkness to it. Like, let's just live in that world for a second. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Let's say it's got a lot of darkness to it. Mr. Beast partners with the Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefeller Foundation says, Mr. Beast, kids listen to you. You have a lot of influence over kids. And maybe the Rockefeller Foundation under its breath says, you know how we're like a shadow government? You know how YouTube has been propping you up so that you are appearing to be 44 times more popular than the most popular voice on the planet? Who do you think told YouTube to do that? What do you think we've been grooming you for? Do you think people really like to watch someone sit in a circle for a month trying to win $1 million? Do you think people really like looking at your fake smile on all your thumbnails? Is that what you think, Mr. Beast? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, whatever. Well, we've got a great partnership for you. So as that launches, does Mr. Beast knowingly, just to sound like an idiot, does he knowingly know about the dark agenda of the Rockefellers? Or is he being used by dark, nefarious forces that potentially have groomed him to become a very trusted voice to the youth that these old codgers at the Rockefellers and other deep state government people can't connect with? And I would say my speculation is Mr. Beast doesn't have malicious intent. I would guess he doesn't know about deep, dark, nefarious things. He probably hasn't explored the possibilities of the Rockefellers that we just did. He's probably a guy that is busy as hell and likes to give back. I give him that. I truly believe that about him. He's been doing charity work for a long time. And a lot of it's not just like, Bill Gates charity work. Like, we're going to use your population as guinea pigs and we're calling that charity. No, like he's brought drinking water. He's got eyesight saving surgery for lots of people. I think he genuinely wants to do a lot of good. And I don't think he has time to vet a lot. And I don't think his mind is as used to looking for the story under the story that your and my minds might be used to looking for. So my guess is he's being tricked the way many people would be tricked by dark, nefarious forces who say, hey, we want to do good. You want to help do good? We can magnify if we do good together. And I think he probably looks at that and says, that math adds up. Let's do a lot of good together. I remember a time back in 2016, I had been getting, more and more popular on YouTube for about 2 years at that point. And someone reached out. They were part of an organization and said, hey, there's this, forget the pipeline, somewhere in North Dakota, I think. But this pipeline is being protested by natives, and these evil oil companies are like trying to, kick them off the land. They're natural guys, whatever. It's a mess. We need to raise money for these people trying to like stop this pipeline kind of thing. I'm like, dude, I'm on board. So I helped them raise some money. Now looking back, I saw, that was like a leftist thing that I actually endorsed and I helped get some money raised for. But looking at the time in 2016, I had the best intentions. I didn't have a deep vetting. I had a little vetting process. It wasn't a deep vetting process. And it certainly wasn't a vetting process that has shaped my mind over the past 5 years of COVID, where I realized there's a lot of bad that's done in the name of good. So I see, look, that happened to me. And I think the same thing is happening to Mr. Beast at a grander level. Now it's possible he's like, dude, yeah, I like depopulation. I like tricking people with this whole climate change thing. I love the idea of people being controlled by just like a few elites around the world. I really like that. I'm on board. How can I help? It's possible. I think he's naive. I think he's innocent in all this. I think he's being used as a useful idiot, perhaps by part of the same people that have gotten him groomed to be such an influential voice that has zero correlation to just organic interest from my point of view. So that's possible. And even if Mr. Beast is being a useful idiot out of innocence and honestly the best intentions, in my opinion, that still means Mr. Beast is a terrible influence on children, because now, at the very least, best case scenario, he appears to be a very strong part of a propaganda machine where he connects to kids, communicates to kids, he influences kids. And I also believe his videos are brain rot for kids. At the very least, this isn't even outside the Rockefeller, but you package that all together. And I do believe, like I said in the beginning of the video, what you don't know about Mr. Beast will hurt your kids. But what you do know about Mr. Beast, his videos using ADD jump cuts, horrible music, it being brain rot, him now being a propaganda mouthpiece for a darker, potential shadowy government organization, that does mean if you know that, you can say, yeah, kids, we don't do Mr. Beast in our house. I don't want your minds hurt by that. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will close with Mike Benz, who broke this story, bringing it home with a little more of his opinion.
194 million views. He averages 150 million views with this brain rot, digital brain cancer. But it's the most popular content on the entire internet. And because of that, Mr. Beast can influence hearts and minds. And because of that, Mr. Beast can be morphed, molded, shaped into a finely tuned instrument of statecraft.
Mr. Beast can influence hearts and minds. Careful to let that influence in your family. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay free.